Hello everyone, I'm Michael Land, and welcome to another episode of Nexcelerator. And the vehicle I'm sitting in right now is in the all-new redesigned 2013 Honda Accord. And the Accord itself was redesigned to not only give itself a fresh new look, but to even also be more competitive with some other vehicles that have been redesigned from the mid-sized car segment, such as the 2013 Chevrolet Malibu, Nissan Altima, Ford Fusion, and its sister-related counterpart, the Lincoln MKZ. But does the new Accord though have what it takes to keep the positive reputation going that it's had for many years? Well, let's have some fun and figure that out. Now, like I've said, this is the all-new redesigned 2013 Honda Accord. However, this particular edition is the EXL sedan version of this vehicle. So taking a look at the exterior of this luxurious model, the front of the Accord not only has halogen-based HID headlights and daytime running lights, but it even has halogen fog lights that gives the car a nice and fresh contemporary look. But also looking at the left, right, and top sides, that same contemporary feel described just now is carried on over through the rest of the sedan. On top of that, there's also two powered heated side mirrors with one turn signal indicator piece equipped on each one. On a side note, the front passenger side mirror has a camera right underneath it that immediately activates when you put on the right blinker, which helps seeing from that particular blind spot a lot easier. But now looking at the back of the Accord, there's a single exhaust system equipped with a tailpipe located on the bottom right side. As for the taillights, however, they don't only fit perfectly well, but they even give a nice complement to the rest of the contemporary exterior of this sedan. Getting to the trunk of the Accord, it has a nice high opening as you just now witnessed. In terms of the trunk space, however, it definitely has the ability to store a plentiful amount of groceries as well as other items for your daily routine if you have to take them with you. Plus, the glow-in-the-dark trunk release button that you just saw seconds ago is placed on the inside part where the trunk opens. Now located underneath the trunk floor is where you'll find the Accord spare tire. In addition to that, the necessary parts to install it, including the jack, are located right on top of it. If you also want more cargo capacity in the Accord, it's very easy to make that possible by having all three back seats folded down. To fold the back seats down, gently pull on the back seat release lever located in the trunk. Then when you want the seats folded back up, just put them back up until they snap. So opening the door to the Accord sedan, it has an ivory leather interior with a 10-way driver and a 4-way passenger seat, all with power adjustments. On a side note, there's a release mechanism for both the gas cap and trunk, which is conveniently located right next to the driver's seat. Now this Accord does come with an engine push-button start system. Just leave the key fob anywhere close to you, then gently press your foot on the brake, then after doing that, gently press the red engine start button to make the engine come alive. As you just now saw, the Accord starts up like a charm without any problems whatsoever, even when the temperature is at 94 degrees Fahrenheit as you're seeing right now on your screen. So now getting to the engine compartment area of the Accord, it's not only organized really well, but it's even user-friendly in regards to the ease of access, in which I'll discuss more on that here very shortly. But turning the attention now on over to the power plant offering, this Accord EXL has a 2.4-liter, 185 horsepower, dual overhead cam, 16-valve VTEC direct injection engine that punches out 182 pound-feet of torque at 3,900 RPM. On a side note, this engine is also the first one to feature Honda's newly introduced Earth Dreams technology. It's focused on to improve both fuel economy as well as the driving dynamics in terms of performance. With that, you get an awesome 27 miles per gallon in the city and 36 on the highway. But with the EPA combination, you get an exemplary 30 miles per gallon overall, which is definitely outstanding for a mid-size sedan. So now focusing on the parts of the engine area, the oil cap is located where the engine hood area is at, with the oil dipstick being conveniently located right next to the engine hood in front of it. But located right in front of the engine is where you'll find the radiator. However, located on the front left side is where you'll see the windshield washer fluid compartment. But located on the right front side is where you'll find the battery compartment, with the air intake system being located right above it. So now taking a look at the interior of the Accord, besides having the ivory leather interior seats that I mentioned earlier, the rest of it has also been fully redesigned that not only has a brand new multimedia stereo system with 2 screens, but it even has some additional benefits in the back seat, but I'll discuss further more on that in just a little bit. Now the type of steering wheel equipped on the Accord is a 4-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel with the hands-free command and stereo system controls being located on the left side, while the cruise controls are located on the right side. Now located behind the left-hand side of the steering wheel is where you'll find the controls to the blinkers, headlights, and fog lights. But located on the right-hand side is where you'll discover the windshield wiper controls. Now to adjust the steering wheel, just pull up the lever located right underneath it. You can either move it in the down or up directions. Then when you're done adjusting it, just push down on the lever to lock it in place. Conveniently located next to the steering wheel on the left side is where you'll find the buttons to the traction controls, lane departure warning system activation, and the economy mode. Now the transmission equipped on this Accord is the first ever Honda CVT transmission with both the sport mode and low gear selection, with the electronic e-brake being right next to it on the left side. On a side note, you even get an integrated backup camera with distance lines to help make the task of backing up a whole lot easier as much as possible. Also located between the transmission are 2 independent heated seat controls for both the driver and front passenger. Now focusing on the middle area, there is not only a 12-volt power outlet, but right underneath it are both the USB and aux ports that allows the easy capability to have music played from compatible portable devices. Along with that, there is some handy additional storage space that can be used to either store small items or the portable device that you have hooked up to either the USB or aux ports. But located above it are the dual zone air conditioning controls that conveniently allows both the driver and front passenger to independently set their own air conditioning temperature. However, located above the air conditioning controls are the emergency hazard indicators. But located above the emergency hazard indicators is the Honda Link multimedia stereo system. Equipped with that are 7 speakers, with the first 2 being located on the top and bottom portions of the driver's side door. In addition, the 3rd and 4th speakers are located on the top and bottom portions of the front passenger side door, while the 5th, 6th, and 7th speakers are located behind the headrest of all 3 of the back seats. Now the Honda Link multimedia stereo system comes with FM, AM, and Sirius XM satellite radio. Additionally, you can easily switch in between sources by pressing the source button, which is located on the top left side of the steering wheel. Besides having FM, AM, and Sirius XM, it even has the capability of streaming Pandora Internet Radio and features the AHA by Harman customizable driver experience feature. Now to be able to get the most out of the voice recognition system, you will need a Bluetooth capable cell phone connected to the Honda Link multimedia stereo system. In addition, I will go ahead and press the voice recognition button to give you a feel on what you need to do on how to connect the Bluetooth device, add a new one, and what the other available options are for it as well.
No device connected. Say the line number of the device you want to connect. To add a new device, exit voice recognition and add using the vehicle interface. Available options are the line number of the device you want to connect, or say next or previous to change the displayed page. If you want to add a new device, exit voice recognition and add using the vehicle interface. Always available are go back, cancel, and help.
Now located behind the CVT transmission are the 2 front cup holders. But just right behind the cup holders is the Accord's center console. Inside of it, you not only get an additional amount of extra storage, but there's even another 12-volt power outlet tucked in nicely with it also. In addition, the center console not only opens easily, but closing it is also a piece of cake too. Moving on over now to the top roof area of the interior, there are two sun visors for both the driver and front passenger that feature both their own vanity mirror and lights. In between the sun visors, the Bluetooth microphone, the power moonroof controls, and front interior lamps are located right next to each other. Additionally, there's also a sunglass holder to where you can either store a pair of sunglasses or other small items of any kind. Now you can individually operate the front interior lamps by either having them both turned on like you're seeing right now, or you can have one or both of them turned off completely if you wish. Now to operate the power moonroof, gently push down on the push/tilt button to open the moonroof up to let some fresh air inside the vehicle. But to close it up, gently push up on the push/tilt button to close the moonroof up. Plus, you can either leave the soft cover alone where it's at, or you can also close it up if you wish. Getting over to the glove box now, it's not only damped, but it also has a nice amount of storage capacity to where you can store information related to the vehicle, such as the driver's manual. In addition to the airbag that you saw earlier on the steering wheel, there are also two side airbags with one integrated each on both the seats of the driver and front passenger side. On top of that, there are also a total of 4 side curtain airbags, with the first 2 being on the driver and front passenger side, while the other 2 are located next to the headrest on the left and right rear sides. Now proceeding on over to the driver's side door of the Accord, it doesn't only contain the power controls for the side mirrors, door locks, and all 4 windows, but the material quality is real durable with soft touch materials on not just only the top portion, but both of the middle and bottom portions of the door are also the same way too. On a side note, the material quality on the front passenger door is just the same as the driver's side. As for the rear left door, the same soft touch material qualities that were existent on the driver's side door are carried on through to give the back seat passengers the exact same benefit, as it's also the same way for the right rear door too. Now as for the back seat goes for the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, it's not only practical and generous, but it's also accommodating and extremely nice, such as the very good amount of headroom space I have in the back seat, and I'm about 5'11" to 6 feet tall. But where does the thigh support stand from there? As for thigh support goes, it's very supportive, comfortable, and relaxing. Plus, the amount of legroom space I have in the back seat is also generous and accommodating, and even gives me some opportunity to have some wiggle room if ever necessary. In addition, there are also rear air vents to give the rear passengers some more great comfort and relaxation. On top of that, there are even 2 map pockets, with one being on the left side while the other one is on the right side. Also, there are 2 pull-down cup holders for the rear passengers if they ever have to be used. So with everything that you saw, including the optional equipment, this particular Accord EXL sedan's MSRP price is $27,995, and that's the price with a bunch of the amenities such as a hands-free Bluetooth and side curtain airbags included. But if you add the destination and handling fee to the MSRP price that I just now mentioned, the total MSRP price runs at $28,785, which is not a bad price for a mid-size sedan that's equipped with a lot of technology. On a side note, the crash test ratings for the Accord EXL are also outstanding for every category that you see listed, especially in the side crash test rating category. So to reiterate the question that I asked in the beginning of the episode, does the all-new redesigned Honda Accord have what it takes to keep the positive vibe going that it's had for a very long time? The answer? It absolutely does, without a doubt. Not just because of how much the vehicle has changed from both the inside and outside, but also because of how many safety features this vehicle is able to offer that no one can definitely pass up, based on the crash test ratings that you just now saw. In addition, The Accord also provides a generous amount of room and comfort for both the driver and passengers without sacrificing both fuel economy and driving performance, which isn't all thanks in that part to Honda's newly introduced Earth Dreams technology. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nexcelerator. I'm Michael Land, and I'll see you next time.